and we are fired up for another sensational college football matchup. Nobody at home today who can stake their claim in this neutral site showdown. Weeks of additional practice and prep for bowl games not only can set the tone for what we're going to see in this game, but for what might be in store next season as well. As we'll see a squad from the Pac-12, the California Golden Bears, taking on a team from the SEC, the Stanford Cardinals. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. So Cal's offense will go to work first. Guys, it's been a long season. These two squads have had their fair share of battles, but today, David, they have a chance to end the season with a double.
And it's a little bit old school, right? With the bowl system, not as much to play for, but you get to put that uniform on again. And it should mean something. You had the bowl prep. You got to have some fun in a different city, Jesse. Now you get to go out and attack this game.
And it's another opportunity just to finish the season, right? To go out with a win. Both of these teams have taken this bowl game seriously. They've prepared. They feel like they're both ready to go. Winning this game is important to build momentum for next year, and also you want to send the seniors out with a double.
They're dealing with a second and long. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. This time he's got it. And he's brought down after a nice gain. And the Golden Bears racing to the line in the hurry-up.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them, they're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Caught over the middle. It's Blade. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
And the slant is really a difficult route to defend against if you're a DB in man coverage, especially when you have no help on the inside. So if you're the offense and you continue seeing that coverage, you might as well keep attacking it just like that.
And that wasn't a big game, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
They'll run play action. Quarterback by himself in the backfield. On third and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Just a short pass to the tight end. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. The Golden Bears will punt this one away. They'll have to boot it away for the first time tonight. Just needs a crack to get a return. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. So Stanford's offense will go to work for the first time today. As we take a quick look at the impact players for today's game, what players did you guys look to for motivation to make an impact during your playing days, Jesse?
Well, it was the guys we relied on each and every week. We came into the season expecting these types of guys to be our biggest weapons, and every week those were the guys that had to deliver for us in order to have success.
And it's just fun to have those guys that are consistent. Like, they lead by example, then they start to learn their voice and lead the team. But every week, guys that you can count on. They punch the clock, and they're hard workers.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Looking to fire. Steps away to find some room. He's got an open man. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
I love when QBs break the pocket and still look to attack. Because as soon as you break the pocket, I'm thinking, oh man, he's going to take off and run, and I might come up. But those big plays can be made down the field. Nice job by the quarterback keeping his eyes down the field.
He is going nowhere. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to pass. Trying to beat the DD. Snags it inside the 20. They get him stopped, but the big gain has them on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13. Stanford wants to push the pace. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. Operating in the red zone here on second down. Offense changing the play. Second down, they'll go to the air. Takes a hit as he fires. Throw toward the end zone, picked off right at the goal line. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And that's just excellent cover. Man, cover one, nowhere to throw the football. Look at everybody playing man across the board. You still got the safety in the middle of the field. Nobody open, and if I'm the QB, man, I don't need to force it.
And that's a live ball behind the line. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes. Touchdown, Stanford! And they turn it into a defensive score. Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead.
Man, defenses are always trying to force turnovers, to get the ball back to their offense, make those big plays. You know what the cherry on the sundae is? When you force the turnover, the pill hits the ground, you scoop it up, and you take it all the way back to the house. Huge play for this defense.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. Fires to the tight end. Well, will they dial up on second and a long way to go? It's complete on the right side. And it is a good idea to gang tackle. First guy couldn't get him, second guy finally did.
Well, the defense makes the tackle. They give up the first down. They've now got to communicate the next play call. They can't substitute because the offense is going fast.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup. And the Golden Bears lining up, just needing a few tough inches on third down. They'll try to get it through the air. Oh, they're after him. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26. The Golden Bears line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He'll field the punt. They'll put a stop to that return as he gets it up to the 41-yard line. The Stanford offense making its way back onto the field. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game. If you're going to win, and David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
Wants to go up top. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on second down, and they'll be left with a third down.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So this quarterback just needs to settle down a little bit. He won't be throwing as many incompletions if he just lets the coverage tell him where to go.
This senior showed some serious arm strength firing that one in for the first down. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Looking to throw on first down. Got his man. Breaks into the open. How about that play? Getting a huge chunk of yardage to wrap up the first quarter, and that's how we'll end it and head to the second. At the end of the quarter, it is Stanford holding the edge. One period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. They're looking to pass from the red zone. And the defense making a play, getting a hand on that pass.
I think the QB wants that one back. You know, you're down here in the red zone, tighter areas, hard enough to fit it in, but definitely not wanting to fit it in against double coverage, and he misses, and probably a good miss, because that could have been worse.
They get it down to the 7 on that pass play, in prime position for a score.
Well, a great job making the tackle there. Now setting up third down in your own red zone. This is a stop you have to come up with. You want to give up field goals in this area of the field, not touchdowns.
And that one is right on target if his target was the first row.
Well, that last incompletion is a good example of why your timing has to be so good as a quarterback, because the windows, they open and they close so quickly in this part of the field.
On fourth down, going to the air. Makes the grab. Goes out of bounds, but they'll be set up with a first and goal. If you don't tip the scales at 3 bills, stay on the sidelines. Big boys in the goal line D. Wants to throw again. Touchdown, Cardinal! Quick strike through the air for the score.
When you get in the red zone, your quarterback and wide receiver have to be on the same page, and they are. Look at the out route. Look at the timing. Ball hits him, perfect placement. He walks into the end zone for the touchdown.
And the extra point splits the uprights. From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. The Cal offense is headed back onto the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working.
And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the first half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with the consistency they want, because they can't keep their quarterback standing up straight.
Bringing the heat. Didn't get a whole lot of room to run. He picked up 1 or 2. And the Golden Bears are in the hurry up. On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. The Golden Bears will send out the punt unit. He'll try to really get into this one. He only needs a sliver of daylight. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. Stanford has it back, the Cardinal offense returning to the field. They've already put a couple of scores up, and they look to add to it on this drive. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. From the gun, the running back looking for room. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down.
Sometimes as an offense, you like run plays, and you like running it right into the teeth of the blitz. That's what happened right there. Everybody up front got a hat on a hat, and they were able to crease that defense.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Those two failed to make the connection. It's an incomplete pass.
Yeah, and you don't see that often, right? This guy is elite. He's one of the best in the business. This is what he does for a living, obviously. That's why he gets paid millions of dollars. Yes, NIL is real. So I don't expect many misses from this guy like that.
Caught near the sticks. It's Townsend. They'll pick up enough yardage for the first down. They've got it at the 30.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
You got like that big, reliable security blanket. And that's what tight ends are a lot of the times. They're just usually big, huge guys that if I throw it anywhere near him, he's going to pluck it, catch it, and give me some positive yards.
Right on the money. Looks as if Stanford will have enough for the first down.
All right, second quarter, getting closer to the half. Offense is still having a lot of success stringing some first downs together. Defense is going to need to figure something out before they get to halftime.
A shot for the end zone. Touchdown, Stanford! Snagged in the end zone to give them 6.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was, we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
And he's going to bring it out. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Cal gets it back. The sturdy Golden Bear offense on its way to the field. They're down by 21 points, but you get a touchdown here, and you do at least apply a little game pressure, Jesse.
It's true. I think for them to get back in this one at this point now, they need the quarterback to play his best football. He's going to have to be good really pre-snap, David, making sure they're in the right looks, and he's got to be really good with his decision-making.
He's got to be dialed in because defensively you're giving up points. So it's not like you have the luxury of your defense playing great. The offense is going to have to score and score pretty dang quick.
Well, we know this offense hasn't been able to get it going on the ground so far in this game. Now they're trying through the air, but give this defense credit. They've got a really good game plan. They've got all 11 guys on that side of the ball executing perfectly. Fantastic job in the back.
And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
Boy, this defense is ridiculous. On point. They know how to rush the passers. Multiple guys getting it done. 5 sacks, and we are still in the first half.
And the Golden Bears will call on their punt team. We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. The punt team makes its way onto the field. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. Fields the punt and looking for daylight. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. The Stanford offense making its way back onto the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out everybody right now on the same play.
He's loose on the left. Out of bounds, right at the 20-yard line. Edge of the red zone, and they have their eyes on a score.
How nice is it as a quarterback when you don't have to throw post routes to get great stats? No, I can just throw it quickly to one of the fastest players in the entire nation and let him burn this defense.
Wants to go up top on 1st down. Slings it downfield. He'll fire back across his body, and it's intercepted. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. Got 3 on 1st down at 2nd and 7. Off the play fake. Here comes the heat. And he needed a little bit wider field as that one falls out of bounds.
Well, at this juncture in the game, with how the scoreboard looks, no question this offense is going to have to throw to get back in the game, and it's going to be tricky now because the defense is expecting it. You're going to throw into a lot of big zone coverages with everybody's eyes on the quarterback. Not going to be easy.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Grabbed over the middle. It's Blade. Doesn't quite make it to the 1st down marker. He's a yard short. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Fields the punt and tries to find an opening. Makes a move. Found a little running room on that one. Picked up some nice blocks before he's run out of bounds. Stanford has it back. The Cardinal offense returning to the field. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Pressure coming. Blasted as he lets it go.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
They'll go to the ground. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. Stanford quickly to the line. Shotgun snap, wants to throw it on third. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play. And I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver, he's going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
Might be changing the route. On fourth down, trying to find his man. And make the catch, and the defense will force the turnover on downs. The Cal offense is headed back onto the field. They find themselves in a pretty deep hole here, but maybe a chance to grab a little momentum and regroup at halftime.
Yeah, a big chance. Like this is an opportunity. This is the biggest opportunity in front of them in the game right now. You got to get some points on the board. You got to create something positive, Jesse. There hasn't been a whole lot to be positive about in the first half.
If I'm playing quarterback, I'm locating my go-to guy at receiver. Who can I count on one-on-one to go and make me a play? Maybe even one-on-two. Who can go up, catch the ball, get us some yards, and get us some points?
We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. The Golden Bears come to the ball trying to pick up this third and short. Looking to throw for it. It's picked off, and another empty drive. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
And I like the aggressiveness. I understand you're down, right before the half. You want to go get some points, but you can't turn the football over here. Now you've set the other team up in a position to maybe get more points as the first half's winding down.
Looking to throw on first down. Unloads to the wideout. He put it out there for him, and the senior gave him a chance, but they couldn't make the connection.
Well, he's linked up with his quarterback 4 times in this first half. Finally, they're not able to connect on that one. I think the defense has just had enough. I think they've said, you know what? You can throw it somewhere else, but you're not going to get it to that guy. We're going to have coverage helping out on that receiver.
Perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle at the 17. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock. Stanford hoping to pay off this red zone opportunity. Making side adjustments here. Wants to throw on first down. He wants it all. And here's the third interception of the night. Looking for more room. And they make the play and make sure there's not any scoring opportunity right here before the end of the half. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Gives it on the option. Shut down in the backfield again, and that might do it here in the half. And what a way for this defense to wind up the quarter. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
All right, guys, a delightful first 2 quarters of football there today in Vegas.
And the Golden Bears will boot it away to start the second half. Fielded in the end zone, it's Wilcox. They drag him down at the 22. He gambled for the big return out of the end zone and came up a little short. The Stanford offense making its way back onto the field. They more than got the job done in the first half. Now the job in a bowl game, don't get distracted, and finish the deal here in the second half.
I mean,
Oh, he's got some space. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect...
Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. And it falls incomplete, but that could have been disastrous. A defender was right there.
And the defense finally stops him, right? He's had a heck of a day, and they're taking a shot down the field to him. And I think they've gone to their go-to guy because he's put up numbers, and he's been productive, and he's got that speed on the outside. The defense has definitely got an eye on him and kind of saying, hey, we've got to make sure we take him away.
They'll stop him at the 41, but he's got 10 yards, and they'll move the chains.
This is going to be a big key for him, David, with the lead here in the second half, running the football, right? Staying on the field and bleeding the clock.
Yeah, run the football. You're ahead. You can be a little bit more conservative. But again, this opens up the pass.
He'll take a shot. Ball into the end zone, and it's intercepted.
And another mistake from this quarterback. That's back-to-back drives now that have resulted in interceptions. He's got to find a way to find something different, get in a better rhythm, start seeing the field better, Palmer, because he's not in a flow right now.
No, David, it looks like he's forcing the football a little bit, maybe trying to make up for that interception he threw on the last drive. But that last play, there was no way that football should have gone there. He could have gotten off of that, checked it down, or thrown it away. This quarterback, he needs a breather right now. He's got to collect himself.
Got rid of it just in time. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack.
Man, the defense smells blood in the water. You can tell. They are getting to this quarterback over and over and over. They've already sacked him a couple times. They're just winning up front. They almost got another sack on that last play.
Get it out on the screen.
And after that long completion for the first down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
From the gun, the running back has it. Defense is there to greet him again, and they are ready, and he has found nowhere to run tonight. Keeping it on the ground with the running back. Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line. The Golden Bears come to the line in the hurry-up. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. They'll run for it on third and short. He did not make it, a stone wall on third down. And the Golden Bears will try to pin them back with the punt. They'll be forced to kick for the 6th time tonight. No fair catches here, looking for room. He'll get it to about the 25 before they put a stop to the return. Stanford has it back, the Cardinal offense returning to the field. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football,
There he goes! Out across the 45 and out of bounds at the 46-yard line. A big pickup here as they try to put together a scoring drive.
How nice is it in an offense when you can generate explosive plays by running the football? You got to force feed this guy, man. He is an absolute game changer.
Sends it back in motion. To the air on first down. They're working that left side. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down.
Nice route there by the tight end, making it real easy for his quarterback to find an easy completion.
Looking downfield on first down. He uncorks a laser deep down the middle.
Good awareness by the defense. In this situation on the field, you know there's coordinators that like to try to take shots deep down the field and catch you napping, but the defense was ready for that one.
They'll send the back in motion. Right back to the air on 2nd and 10. They get to him as he throws.
I don't care how talented you are as a quarterback, but your accuracy always goes down when you get hit. Nice job by the QB, scrambling, working to his right, but he wasn't completing that pass with that pressure.
They were on the move, but 2 straight incompletions have them staring at 3rd and 10. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking to the big tight end. Finds a man by himself. Touchdown, Cardinal! Once he got a step, it was all over, right to the house.
It's so nice to have these big playmaking tight ends that are basically oversized receivers. Make a play down the field to him, huge catch radius, makes the play, and then I love the run after the catch. These guys can do this nowadays. He does the rest of the work and gets into the end zone.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Cal gets it back. The sturdy Golden Bear offense on its way to the field. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. The RPO, fire complete to the left. Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Takes a shot as he lets it go. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. The Golden Bears send out the punt unit. Makes the catch, wants to make a move upfield. Slips through the line. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. The Stanford offense making its way back onto the field. And the big defensive front wins the battle. No gain on that play.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
Back to pass on 2nd down. Looking to scramble. On the run deep down the right side. He's got it along the sideline. And he found all kinds of room and got it down to the 28.
Man, we knew coming into this game just how explosive this offense could be, and a big part of that is their ability to throw the football. They've scored a ton of points, and it's because they can generate plays like that. When this quarterback sees the one-on-one matchup he wants, he is not afraid to pull the trigger, and he hits a big throw there.
It's really hard when you get in those predictable situations. Defenses are sitting on the sticks. Receivers have to understand where that 1st down marker is. Heads-up play, nose for the 1st down marker. Get in there and get it.
He stopped just a chain link or 2 away from the 1st down and sets them up beautifully here. They're looking to throw on 2nd and short. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Stanford! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And this receiver is on fire. He's got all the skills that you look for in a big-time target. That's already his 2nd touchdown of the game.
Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they built this sizable lead.
Cal 0.
Bringing it back. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Catch in the middle, it's Slade. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. From the gun, the ground game. There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the 4th quarter. We've reached the break, and it is Stanford holding the lead. And it hasn't been much of a contest as we take a look at the overwhelming game stats through 3. It'll be 2nd down as we open the final stanza. Looking to fire. Throws to the wideout. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
Well, a lot of things haven't gone right for him. You saw an incompletion right there. It's been offense, it's been defense. They just haven't been able to click and get into a rhythm here. And now they're playing catch-up, and you know they're going to be throwing at each and every play here in the fourth quarter.
Grabbed in the middle. It's Acho. Now they'll really try to get this drive going. Good execution on third down as they have it 1st and 10 at the 31. And the Golden Bears come to the line with a fresh set of downs. The give to the back. Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum and gain a little bit of confidence that they can keep coaching up heading into their next game.
You see a lot of quarterbacks get in trouble when they start forcing things. He did a really good job. He wanted to throw the football. You could tell. Drops back, nothing open. It's okay. I'm just going to take off, get what I can get.
Handoff to the lone back. And they didn't get it forward an inch. Defense wins the battle up front.
Yeah, you just feel like the running back's asking for redemption on that one. You know, 2nd and short, and you're giving him the football. He can't get the first himself. Now it's 3rd down. He's looking over on the sideline like, call it again, throw me the ball, I can go do this.
Catch and stride inside the 15. A huge chunk play as he gets it all the way down to the 11th.
This has been a frustrating day. I mean, they haven't moved the ball consistently, and now you get a play, but they haven't put 2 and 3 and 4 plays together, and that's why they're trailing in this football game. So maybe they can find some kind of a rhythm here late in the game and get something cooking.
The Golden Bears have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Back to pass. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep.
And this passing attack has not been great today. It hasn't found a way to manufacture those big plays and to scare this defense. And now, in passing situations, trailing, this is a tough spot for this offense.
Gets the back moving. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Under fire. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26. So now on comes the field goal unit. This might be a little easier if it were straight on, but a 43-yarder from the right hash. It's good. Now, there is a flag down on the play, but when you knock through a field goal from that distance and you're not going to get the first down, you just keep it going. Can't make contact with the kicker like that. A costly special teams penalty. You've got to know your path in front of the kicker. Offense comes back on the field. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Finds his big tight end. Can't get him to the ground. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Holding.
Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. They'll move the wide receiver. Looking to throw. Got it in the middle, it's Austin. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. He fought him off for a while, but that's what they mean by gang tackling. 2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Snagged out of the air. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. by the defense. It's their first of the half. It would take a miracle to get back in this game, but any miracle will have to start with this fourth down conversion. Trying to do it on the ground. Bulldozes his way through. And he crosses the goal line and gets the touchdown, but way too little, way too late. They still do count it for 6. In a lot of losses, you just want to burn the tape. You don't want to watch it. But I think there are some things that they can take into next week from this performance.
No doubt. Offense is about finding your rhythm, finding your groove, what you do well. And you can tell, at least now, starting to get a little something going. Maybe you can build it.
Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Stanford has it back. The Cardinal offense returning to the field. They're in command of this game. Now let's see if they try to rub a little salt in the wound or happy with getting the W.
Yeah, and listen, this makes the post-game handshake fun sometimes. If you do choose to rub a little salt in it and keep chucking and keep scoring, I'm here for it, Jesse. Like, your job is to score points. It's my job to stop it. Keep the foot to the accelerator. Keep trying to play ball.
I agree 1,000%. That's like Steve Spurrier back in the day when I was playing for the Gators. You go and play for him because you want the opportunity to throw the ball. So when you get in the game late, you're not handing it off. We were beating Central Michigan by 80-something points. He was still letting us throw the football. It's the defense's job to stop it.
He goes out of bounds, maybe a step shy of the 40. They're going to mark it at the 39, and a really nice pickup there. From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Going to take a shot at this DB. And here's the 5th interception by this quarterback. He'll try to take it back. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return. So first play of the drive coming here from their own 49. Here's the pressure. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
And that play is a microcosm of what this game has been. They have not been able to protect their quarterback all game long, early or late, up front. Moving forward, this offense has got to do a better job, or else they're going to be
turning it on. Oh my goodness, he's still moving. Past the 10. Touchdown, Cal. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
Stanford, 35, Cal, 14.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Stanford offense making its way back onto the field. And now one of the most satisfying moments in football, just watching that clock drain away while you have control. He lofts one down the sideline. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. And he throws another interception. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. This drive opens up at the 23-yard line. They'll start this drive going to the air. Makes the grab. It's Austin. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a 1st down at the 37. Offense takes a timeout, 27 seconds left. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Throws to the tight end. Just a hair too much on it from this big-arm sophomore quarterback. So now it's 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. He wants a big play here late. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on 2nd down. They're staring at 3rd.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the fourth quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incompletion on the last one.
Complete out of the backfield, looking for the sticks. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. They'll use the timeout, 6 seconds left on the clock. One more play to pad the stats. Looking to throw on first down. Under fire. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. Well, look what we have here, guys. After all the early season doubts, these guys have put together a winning streak.
They sure have. Man, they're just believing in themselves right now. This is a completely different-looking team than what we saw early in the year. They're playing with so much more confidence. And, David, when you start making plays, you start stringing W's together.